Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. 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 Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om. Om Namah Shivaya. 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 Antaryascha bahirvidutatimiram Jyotirmayam Shashvatam Sthanam Prapya Virajate Vinamatam Ajnanamunmolayan Pashyan Vishwamapidamullasatiyo Vishwasya Pare Parah Tasmai Shri Ramanaya Lokagurave Shokasya Hantre Namaha. Yesterday, we reflected on the nature of the mind and how important it is to shift our attention from the mind or the thought to awareness. Mind is a flow of thoughts. A thought is not the mind. A thought followed by another makes it appear that there is a presence of mind. A single thought is not a mind. It is like water flowing is called river. If the water is not flowing, it's not a river. A stagnant water is not called river. It is a pond or a lake or a pool. Only when the water starts to move, it is referred as a river. So first thing that we should understand about our mind is not a thing. It is a phenomenon. It is a happening. Just like the river is not a particular thing. It is a happening. When you call it as a river, it means it is moving from point A to point B. It has to have some direction and destination. Think. Similarly, thought moving towards an object, a destination, not a single thought. Many thoughts coming one after another, going towards a given destination, make it appear that there is mind. So when we start analyzing, we realize just like a river, water movement requires a substratum or a bed on which it moves, called river bed. The river bed on which the water moves towards its destination. Right? In the same way, mind must have its substratum on which thoughts move, and that substratum is the awareness, which does not move. Just like a road doesn't move, cars move on that. Somebody who was driving there, someplace, and he stopped and he asked the person walking by, he asked, where does this road go? The person says, road doesn't go anywhere, you go on the road. Does the road go anywhere? The road on which you go. In the same way, riverbed doesn't go anywhere. On the riverbed, the river moves, the water moves, So too, awareness is the substratum of the thoughts. And so long as we travel with the river of thoughts, called the mind, we will never be able to remain peaceful. Change does not bring peace, it brings only agitation. And every moment there is some kind of a change or the other. Our body changes, our attitude change, our knowledge change, and people around us, they change. The seasons change. So what is changeless here? Look around, including your body. Physical body is continuously growing whether you like it or not. Nails grow, hairs, not me, hairs grow. Everything continuously changing. It is not asking for your permission. If you had your breakfast now, it's already undergoing this change. You are not doing anything to it, are you? Do you digest or digestion takes place? Do you do anything to digest? After having breakfast, do you say, don't disturb me, I'm digesting, a lot of work? No, it's just going on. Your children grow old. And many people ask, no, how are you growing up your children? No, I don't. They grow. I don't know. Everything is undergoing a change whether we like it or not. This, according to Bhagavad Gita, is Prakriti. Prakritehe kriyamanani karmani ahankara vimudatma karta aham iti manyate. While the nature acting on all the changes, if you think you are doing, that is called ahankar, ego. Coming back to our point here, just like the riverbed remains stable on which the waters run towards its destination, so too on the substratum of awareness, the self, thoughts flow. Our attention should be on the awareness to gain peace and tranquility and stillness, and you can never find that same stillness and tranquility and peace if you are only at the level of the thoughts. Yesterday we were walking in the beach, and when you look at the sky, the sun was setting. Beautiful sky. As you watch that beautiful phenomena that takes place every day, if only you look carefully, sun doesn't set. Does the sun set? You are in sun country. Tell me, does the sun ever set by itself? Is the sun at all moving? It's stationary. But when you are looking at the sunset, you enjoy, you take pictures and you take selfie and all that. But reality is what? Sun never rises, sun never sets. You are standing on the earth which is moving. So that which is movementless, you see the movement. That which is moving, you don't see any movement. Think. Karmanya karmaya pashyed akarmani cha karmaya sabuddhiman manusyeshu sayukta susukhi naraha. Meaning, that which is not doing anything, you see it is very active. That which is doing everything, you think it is inactive. The earth is moving, which you don't see even now. Do you? Swamiji, don't tell me. You are from California. You see it very often. Is the earth moving right now or not? Huh? Is it or not?
Yes.
But do you feel that way? No. When you look at the sunrise, you feel, oh wow, sun is rising. Now, only earth is tilting. Oh, sunset. No, earth is moving. That's all it is. Now, so our perception of the world is different from reality. What is reported by your senses is not the real thing. Though that is what we take it for granted. All our experiences are taking our sense organs and their experiences as real, while we completely forget to ask what is happening. When you look at on a beautiful night when the full moon is there, and you'll suddenly find the moon is running among the clouds. Moon is not moving. Clouds are moving. Right? But you see, wow, such a speed in which moon is moving. And you keep on watching, it is in the same place. Even though it looks like it is moving, it is in the same place. Where is your attention? Your attention is on the moving, non-moving moon, not knowing it is not moving, while your attention is not on the clouds which is actually moving. So too, our attention presently is on the mind which is constantly changing or running, and we fail to pay attention to this constant factor which is unmoving and present always, the awareness. Adhruveshu dhruvam na icchanti buddhayaha. Buddhaha, men of wisdom, adhruveshu dhruvam na icchanti. In the impermanent, they seek no permanence. In the impermanence, they don't seek permanence. It is foolishness to expect everlasting joy in temporary things. Where does the mind continuously run? The mind is constantly running towards the world of objects, emotions, experiences, people. And that is its movement, and you can never stop it. That is its nature. So instead of trying to control the mind, Sri Ramana Maharishi also again and again points out, shift your attention. The whole sadhana is to shift your attention from the mind which is continuously fickle, running, changing, trying to drag you into the world, to the changeless, everlasting, permanent presence. Mano buddhya hankara chittani naham. Is it not? Na jashrotra jihve na chagrana netre na chavyoma bhumir na tejo na vayuhu. These are all changing. When you say na, 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 not this, not this, not this, not this, not this. Chidananda Rupa Shivoham Shivoham. That Shiva, that auspicious presence, everlasting presence, pure nature of consciousness, bliss, is what I am. It is not you are conditioning your brain. Some people say, Swamiji, I think Vedanta is all brainwashing only. I say, yes, because I have a brain to wash. While we think the worldliness is the right thing and Vedanta is a brainwash, it's just a topsy-turvy, my dear. What is going on is the world is brainwashing you. Well, what is real? You are not even paying attention. Now, this very presence of the pure awareness, which is present in every thought as the subject. Pradibodha viditam matam amrutatvam hi vindate atmana vindate viryam vidyaya vindate amrutam. Upanishad says, in every thought, pradibodha viditam matam. Where do I need to pay attention, or where do I go for recognizing this Atman? In every thought. How? Now let us look at what a thought is. A thought is a relationship between subject and an object. There cannot be a single thought in your mind without you as a subject. Think. I want, I don't want, I like, I don't like, it is good for me, it is bad for me. In every thought, there is subject, aham. Aham is the central point. Based upon that aham only, all other thoughts will circle around. Vrittayastvaham Vrittimashritaha. Yesterday also I pointed out that Bhagwan Ramana Maharishi says in Upadesh Sara, Vrittayaha, thoughts, tu indeed, aham vrittim ashritaha, depending upon I thought. Vrittayo mano, mind is nothing but thoughts. Viddhi aham manaha. Therefore, if every thought is having I thought as the subject matter, mind being thoughts, mind is nothing but aham vritti. Viddhi aham manaha. So, Bhagavan Ramana Maharishi beautifully brings this point. Thought, when you start dissecting, you will find there is only two components there. Subject, object. Subject remaining the same all the time, object keeps changing. At 8:30 it was breakfast. That was your thought. I hope they open that door in time so that I can have breakfast. After breakfast, coffee. So coffee is the object of your thought. After the coffee is taken, restroom is the object of your thought. After that is over, another. So it keeps going. At around 12 o'clock, you will start lunch. So, when you are here, when you are out in the world, when you are working, out in the world means this is also world only, but I am saying in the transactional world, when you are saying one after a morning you get up, from the time you get up onward, it starts. Whatever fight that you had with your spouse previous night, you continue next day. So that is the object of your thought. How dare you say this to me? Until then, Maha Shanti, both of you, next to each other. So, Bhagwan Ramana Maharishi points out, when does this I thought arise? It is after you wake up? No. Because of its coming into being, only you wake up. Not that you wake up and then you have I thought. It is I thought that is waking you up. You might have gone to bed with hunger, and when you are sleeping, you are not hungry at all. First thought, if you have not had your hunger, I am hungry now. It is the I, aham vritti, which starts to wake you up. So that aham vritti, as soon as it manifests, that is called waking up. As I said, aham vritti is mind. Nahyasya vidya manaso vedirikta. Shankaracharya says, there is nothing called ignorance other than this mind known as aham vritti. Nahi asya avidya manaso vyadirikta. Other than the mind, there is nothing called ignorance. Manohi avidya. He points out to the next second line, you just want to make sure that you got it right. Manohi avidya bhavabandha hetuhu. It is the cause of bondage. Tasmin vinashte. When the mind is not there, when the aham vritti is not there, sakalam vinashtam. Everything is gone. True or not? In the sleep, when you have gone to sleep, so gaya. Actually, you didn't go anywhere. Kahan gaya? Kahan hai wo? So gaya. Kahan gaya? It's there. I can see him. So that means that individuality, aham vritti, is unmanifest. That is what is called sushupti, sleep. When you say somebody gone to sleep, he is not gone anywhere. That aham vritti, the mind, is no more manifesting. The Rakshasa is not there. Your children look like angels when they sleep. Only when they wake up, they manifest a Rakshasatva, Asurutva, Asuri Bhava. Exactly like the father. Sorry, anyway. Okay. So, Tasmin Vinashte. Tasmin Vinashte, Manasi Vinashte. In the absence of that mind, Sakalam Vinashtam. You don't have a problem. No anger, no frustration, no lust, no greed, no disappointment, nothing. Vijrumbade asmin. Once it wakes up, Sakalam Vijrumbade. Everything comes in. This is not something which you have not experienced. Every day you experience it. Every day. Even now some people are doing it. Swamiji, you speak. I'm experiencing what you're saying. मैं सो जा रहा. Is it not true that it is everyday experience of all of us? Yet the mind is not there, the entire thing collapses. So it is not the Vedanta says that go to sleep. Best thing, just go to sleep. No. The analysis is to show that, the logic is to show that in the absence of the mind there is no world. Thoughts and emotions and feelings and ambitions and this, that, everything comes to a standstill. And in the presence of something which is called the mind, everything comes back. So the logic proves that the whole world and experience, everything belongs to that mind only and not anybody else. So long as the mind is there, all these are there. Nothing wrong, just to look at it carefully. Tasmin vinashte sakalam vinashtam. Vijrimbadesmin sakalam vijrimbade. So the problem is not out there. See, Ramana Maharishi would continuously point out this problem is with you. Accept that. Many people don't want to come to Vedanta because we directly point out problem is with you. So some people have problems, some people are the problems. So we have to accept it's my mind which is causing so much of such chaos in me. So in the same world where you and I live, Mahatmas also lived or living. They don't have the mind. Don't their mind trouble them? Or they are just sleeping? In a way, you're right. Sri Ramana Maharishi says, while awake, the mind is asleep for the men of wisdom. It is called wakefully asleep. Wakefully asleep. Meaning what? They also have the mind. The thoughts would come. Even as they wake up, the I thought will arise. Thoughts will come. But they do not take it as real. The way he watches with the eyes open. You may think that he is looking at you. He is not. He is looking at the self which is in him, in you, in everyone, same. He doesn't give importance to your name or the form or the personality or the who you are. You and I are the same, the pure self. So there, the fluctuation of the mind which causes all these turbulences, likes and dislikes. Ragadvesha viyuktaistu vishayan indriyascharan atmavasher videyatma prasadam adhigacchati. One who has gone beyond the likes and dislikes, ragadvesha viyuktai, vishayan indriyascharan, with the indriyas, with the sense organs, he is still interacting with the world. How? Atmavashyehi videya atma. With abiding in oneself. What is this experience? Prasadam. Peace. Prasad is not what you get in the temple. Because when you get prasadam in the temple, you also have ragadvesh. He got more than mine. I think he has, I don't have cashew. He has got. See, even when we get anything, we always look at, compare it, okay, I don't have likes and dislikes. The true nature of prasada is absolute placidness. The very word prasada comes from the Sanskrit word sad, sidati, to sit. Sad is to sit. Asidati asanam. Now when you sit quietly, it's called asana. Prasada means mind has become so settled down. That's called the state of placidness, stillness. So when does that happen? Only when the mind, which is creator of likes and dislikes, is overcome. And how to overcome? Not by pushing it aside, by seeing its false nature. Just like the river is continuously moving, but when you pay attention to the river bed which is not moving, thought which is constantly moving. Pay attention to the one which is a substratum, support of the thought, called the Atman, the awareness. In that shift of awareness, even in spite of the thoughts, there is quiet. Pradibodha viditam matam amrudatvam hi vindate. Even in every thought, even though it is present, when you pay attention only, there is amrutatvam. Atmana vindate viryam. By that one gains an enormous spiritual strength. Vidyaya, with the knowledge, vindate, discovers amrutam. It is the mind departs. Mind departing is called death. From where? This is body which is already dead anyway. Body is already inert. That's why Bhagwan Ramana Maharishi beautifully puts there in the what is does the body say I am during the sleep? Deho na janati sato na janma. Deha na janati. The body does not know its own existence. Does it know its own existence? Does this sand know its existence of this sand? Does it? This sand knows this sand. Doesn't know, right? The body by nature it is inert. Sato na janma. Awareness has no beginning. Between these two, between the body that is inert and the Paramatma, the self awareness which is beginningless conscious, beginninglessly present, beginningless and always conscious, eternal, between these two there is an appearance of something, a phantom entity called mind, ego, jiva, purusha, all these names that are given, Ajnan, Avidya. One name for such, many names for the one presence. And we are battling with that only all the time. See, when you go to a temple, the Shiva temple you go, there is a Shivalinga there. When you see and you go to the altar of Shiva, do you see the Shiva or the stone? Which one do you see? In your mind, what is there? Om Granitaya Namaha, Stonaya Namaha. No. You say Shivaya Namaha, Maheshwaraya Namaha, Shambhave Namaha. No. So, even though you are looking at a stone and you can touch also it is stone, but as far as your mind is concerned, your thought is concerned, it is not stone, it is Shiva. Right? And you worship that only. You are not worshipping a stone, you are worshipping Shiva. On the other hand, you take your teenage boy who is going with you. Bhagavan Shiva. No, it is stone. He also stands like a stone. Why? Because he has not shifted his attention. He is not, either he is incapable of saying that, or he decided not to. So are we. This example makes it funny, right? How can you go to a temple and look at the form of Shiva and still think it is a stone? So too, our nature is awareness, but what we are taking ourselves to be? Thoughts. It is as same foolishness as a person who goes to a temple and looks at the form of Shiva and thinks like it's a stone. What is our nature? By very nature, we are pure awareness. Satchidananda Swarupa Paramatma. But how do we look at ourselves? The way you look at yourself is the way you look at others too. If I look at myself as a mere flesh and blood, do I look at others differently? I look at other things also. Another person also has flesh and blood only. If I happen to shift my attention to my inner self, which is divine, pure by nature and immortal and eternal, when I open the eyes and see the world, every living being is of the same nature only. Krishna would say, Matta paradaramna anyat kinchidasti dhananjaya. Other than me, there is nothing else here. Mai sarvamidam protam srotre maniganaiva. Sutre maniganaiva. Everything is connected to me. I am there. It is me. In you, in everything. When your teenager says, oh no, it is only stone. Oh, very good. Are you alive? You ask him, are you alive? What is the answer? Does he say, I am dead? I am alive. What do you mean? Show me life. Show me. You say you are alive. Show me. One person went to Ramana Maharishi and asked, where is God? Have you seen God? He said, yes. Where is God? I'll show you. I don't think you can see it. Show me. Yeah, I will decide whether I can see it or not. You show me. Okay. Sit down in front of me. Okay. See the hanger and the finger? Yes. Are you mocking at me? No, I'm showing you. What are you seeing? Finger. What is it doing? Moving. Can the finger by itself, can it move? Calcium, carbon, protein, whatever. That's it. So, if you ask your teenager, where is life, what does he say? Where is life? Show me. In the tree, you show me that life. Show me that. As much as you are alive, the tree is also alive. Show me the life in the tree. Can you? Can you deny the tree is not alive? We see the expressions of life, flowers, fruits, leaves and all. So too, we only see the expressions of presence of Paramatma here. I can talk, I can walk. But without whose presence I cannot. What is the difference between a dead person and an alive person? Let's say you are traveling in a flight. Next to you and another person is there and you are talking and a long flight. After some time, both of you had nice lunch and then you went to sleep and that person also went to sleep. Fine. After some time, you woke up and the person is still sleeping. And you had our coffee. And he just, hey, you want coffee? And his head fell on you. Hey, please come, check. So, the flight attendant comes. I think he's just sleeping, just push him again. Push. Now you are gripped with fear. Get up. Can you please check up? Pulse, please. So the attendant announces, any doctor here? No, the person gets up. Okay. Dead. Will you sit next to that person? Will you? Yes or no? How dare you? Will you sit next to that person afterwards also? How are you? Now it's okay? Done? You dare not. What is the difference? Tell me. Body is there. So afraid. Bharya bipyati tasmin kaye. You know what Bhagwan Shankaracharya said? Your own spouse will be frightened to see you. What's wrong? What was there before, now absent, because of which you can't deal with it anymore in the same way. So that life within me, within everyone, that divine, the presence of which makes me able to see, walk, talk, Pashyan, Shrunvan, Sprashan, Jigran, Ashtan, Gachan, Shwapan, Shwasan, Pralaban, Visrajan, Jigran, Unmishan, Nimishan, Napi. Even as you are walking, talking, eating, and everything, what is getting it done, or what is expressing to that? The body by itself cannot walk or talk or do all the things. Naiva kinchit karomi iti yukto manyeta tattvavidam. By myself, I don't do anything. In whose absence, none of this thing will happen. That's what in Kenopisha the question says, what is it? Shrotrasya shrotram, manaso manaha, chakshusas chakshuhu, vachoha vacham, pranasya pranaha, manaso manaha. Eye of the eye, ear of the ear, body of the body, mind of the mind is Brahman, pure awareness. So that pure awareness within us, which is making us able to walk, talk, think, eat, everything, digest and breathe, all that is since it is incapable by us to understand and realize, we didn't need an external form to represent that, whether it is Shiva or Vishnu or any other form. That form by itself is not Shiva or Vishnu, but what is being invoked there. That presence of life within us is invoked in that presence, and we worship what? That same awareness which is me. So religion as such is bring a provision for us to recognize and realize the inner divinity as an external divine form, so that our mind is riveted to that reality. That is why even though he is an abstract, very deep thinker, Sri Ramana Maharishi, he remained at Tiruvannamalai, worshipping the Lord. That divinity which is present in everyone is being glorified as the Lord here. And I want to be in that presence. He never left afterwards. Never. These Mahatmas, having understood and realized their nature, they have no reason to move anywhere. Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa never moved out there only. Why? Because it's done. Kritakrityoham. I am complete, I am fulfilled. Why? I found it. No more searching. Nothing more to search. So this shift of attention from the thought to awareness, as much as from the river to the riverbed, as much as from the sun which is not, so the earth which is moving to the sun which is not moving, shifting the attention from the from the moving clouds to the movementless moon. This way, when we continue our sadhana of paying attention to the constant presence, make us abide in that wherever you are. There's no need to go somewhere else to do that. But since the world of happening will disturb you, not able to, then you may have to go for a solitude. In a quiet, quiet place where you are not disturbed, you will be able to make this shift of attention easy. But having gained which? Sthanam prapya virajate. That Jyotisthanam, Atmasthanam prapya virajate. Vinamadam ajnanam unmulayan. So, in another place, Bhagwan Ramana Maharishi says that the God that is being searched is within your buddhi itself. Don't look for it anywhere else. Diye prakasham paramo vitirya Swayam Diyantaha Pratibhati Guptaha. Now, as human beings we have the extra pride. We are intelligent. When we say that, look at a bird, look at a cat or a dog, unintelligent living beings. We are intelligent. Why do you call yourself intelligent? Buddhi hai. People may have buddhi, but still they remain as buddhu. Just because you have an intellect does not mean you're intelligent. If you don't use it. So, mind we saw. Mind is that which is constantly changing and moving. But Vedanta also brings in, Bhagwan Ramana Maharishi also brings in the idea of Dhi. Not mind alone, Dhi. Dhi means buddhi. The ability to discriminate, ability to differentiate. That is the work of the buddhi. Samshayatmika manaha nischayatmika buddhihi. Samshayatmakam manaha nischayatmika buddhihi. The nature of mind is constantly fluctuating and doubting, whereas the nature of the intellect is determination and decision. They are not two physical equipments, they are two natures of thoughts. Thoughts that are inconclusive, doubtful, changing is called mind. Thoughts that are determined, decisive, sure, it's called buddhi. Why it is called decisive? Because it is the closest reflection of the divinity within. When you say I know, what it means is there is no doubt in that. Decisive thought. This ability to remain very clear, the intelligence, the buddhi, is none other than the expression of the awareness in full measure as the brilliance or consciousness. Just like the light, when it is brought into a room, things are clear. Until the light is brought into the room, everything is darkness. Let us say this room does not have any tube light, and it's all completely dark. And if you get in and you want to know where is what, you cannot. The chair and the table and everything is there, but you cannot see it clearly. So what do? You take a candlelight, bring in. The moment candlelight comes in, what is that possible for you now? You can see where the chair is, where the table is, where the thing is. So what is that light has made it possible to see clearly? That's why we chant Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya. From darkness, take me to light. Somebody made a fun out of that. He said, what is Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya? The man says, oh mother, go to sleep, I want to go to Jyoti. Tam Soma Jyotirgamaya, I am going to Jyoti. That's not the idea. From darkness to light. Now, interesting point here is the light making you see? Think. Or with the light you see? Does the light making you see what is there in that place? In whose presence you are able to see. Correct? It's not light is making you see. In the same way, presence of consciousness in the buddhi, which is the closest presence, make the buddhi capable of seeing it. Diye prakasham paramo vitirya. Diye in buddhi. Prakasham, brilliance. Paramaha, supreme, the Paramatma. Vitirya, providing. The Paramatma providing the brilliance to that intellect by its presence. Let us say, again coming to another example, a dark room, no light at all. There is only one window there, small window, and through that sunlight is coming in. And the sunlight, when it comes down and reflects on a very smooth surface, reflects the light. The floor of the room is kind of glossy, and the glossiness of the floor is able to bring, it diffracts the light and is able to provide more light into that place. Now, if that surface of the floor thinks it is a source of light, what do you call that as? Is that the floor from which the reflection takes place? Can it say, I am the light? It's a sheer mistake to consider the floor is the light, because the light is coming from somewhere else into this, without whose light, this light is not possible. Similarly, in the buddhi, there is a reflection of this light of consciousness, because of which that reflection alone makes all the faculties in our body able to function. Directly, the awareness is not involved in our all activities of the body. But the reflected light consciousness in the buddhi makes it all possible for us to walk, talk, think, everything. Therefore, what is the misunderstanding here? The buddhi thinks, I am the light. Atmanas satchidamshascha buddhe vrittiriti dvayam samyojya cha abhivekena janamiti pravartate. Bhagwan Shankaracharya clarifies this point. The consciousness reflecting in the buddhi makes the buddhi capable of undertaking all activities, but by absence of discrimination, the buddhi thinks, I am the light. This assertion of the buddhi as I am the light is also known as ego. So that's why here says, Diye prakasham paramo vitirya swayam diyontaha pratipati gupta. So this Atman, God's presence in us, having provided its light to that buddhi, hides behind it. Gupta. All the people who have last name Gupta should know this. Gupta means hiding. Gup is to hide. Bhagavan is also Gupta only. Why? Because he is hiding behind. As though he is hiding behind the intellect. Diyontaha Guptaha. That is why in Sanskrit, good. Guh is to hide. Guha. Gudha means hidden. In English become God. Gudaha, God. Guda means hidden. Swami Chinmayananda used to make a joke of that. He said that when Bhagavan created this whole universe, he hid himself in the buddhi of everybody. Because as human beings, we always look for something outside only, not inside. Because extrovertedness is our nature. So they keep on looking for even God outside only. They go to Mars, they go to Jupiter, they go to any other place, every place. So some Narada Muni came to Bhagwan. Bhagwan, nowadays the human beings have become so intelligent. They are conquering everything. They go to moon, they go to Mars, they go to Jupiter, looking for you. Bhagwan smiled. Don't worry. Wherever they search, they cannot find it. Because why? I am behind them. I am hiding in their own buddhi. They will not look for me there. And those who look for me, they become saints. I have no problem. All the scientists will keep looking for me outside. But if one rare one if he is able to find me inside, he will fail to be scientist, he will become saint. Upanishad says, Paranchikani vidranat swayambhu parang pashiditas antaratman. Na antaratman. So, by nature, our sense organs, mind, etc., what is their nature? Out. Right? With the eyes, can you see the eyes? Question number 1. Have you ever seen your eyes? Anyone? Anyone here who has seen your own eyes by yourself? Not in the mirror. Not in a picture. Do you have eyes? Have you seen it? Okay, leave it. You have ears? Have you seen it? Seen it? Why not? See, in one classroom, the professor was he's an atheist. He said, and the people talk about God, God, God. There is no way you can see God. Nobody has seen God. If anybody has seen God, let them demonstrate it to me. Nobody has seen God. Until we see. I believe in seeing is believing. Nobody has seen God. I don't believe it. So one boy got up. You don't believe in what you don't see. No. He looked at all other students. Have anyone of you seen professor's brain? No? Thank you, sir. Even though you have never seen your eyes, do you deny that you have eyes? Because the eyes with which you see, even though you have never seen the eyes. Na tatra chakshur gacchati. Upanishad says, where the eyes cannot go there. Why? It is the eye of the eye. He hides behind as though. So with the buddhi we know everything else except the one who is making that very intellect brilliant. Swayam Dhyontaha Pratibhati Guptaha. Hiding behind that D. Then how do I discover him then? Diyam Paravartya Diyontaretra Samyojanan Ishvara Drishtiranya Na Anya Ishvara Drishti. There is no other way to know or have the vision of God. How? Diyam Paravartya. Making your intellect start turning within. Paravartanam is to turn within. Diyam Paravartya Diyo Antare Atra. To search for that very presence of God within that intellect. Samyojanat, by uniting. Na Ishwarasya drishtihi anya. Not any other way you will see God. It is not an external appearance of God. Even great Mahatmas and saints of all religions, they never said, I saw God here, there. I saw Him within me, who upon His own compassion started to manifest outside. Once I see within me, then everything that I see will have an inherent presence of God which I can see. So here, this turning the intellect's attention to itself. As we saw, the thought has got subject and object, and all the time our mind is what? Movement of this awareness from subject to object, subject to object, subject to object. When we start looking at the object and we get caught up in its own qualities and experiences and all that, when we get dragged away into the world of things, when the subject stops engaging in the objects and try to objectify itself, I am not confusing, I hope. Gurudev called it as objectless awareness. Meaning, Vishaya-rahita chintanam. Now, let me give a simple example then, or a demonstration that you will understand that. Now, let us say I am looking at this phone, iPhone, or the phone. Now, there are three things involved here, four things I would say. Awareness, a deeper part of me is awareness, then the mind, then the eyes and the object. Right? Four. The object, which cannot be seen without the eyes. So, eyes are there to see the object. Eyes cannot function without the mind. Right? Many times when you are hearing, if your mind is somewhere else, then you are not listening. Ears are there, but not hearing. Eyes are there, but not seeing. Does it not happen sometimes? Not sometimes, Swamiji, all the time. That's why again and again say, listen. Don't hear, listen. Meaning pay your attention. Mind should be there behind the ears to listen. If the mind is not there, only ear is there, you hear. Are you listening? So, object is there. To see the object, I have the eyes to see it. But eyes cannot by itself see it. The mind is operating through the eyes to see it. And the mind being just a thought, it needs to run on the platform of awareness. Therefore, awareness, the consciousness is present. I am alive. Awareness, mind, eyes, object. In simple experience. Now, to turn the attention within, how does it happen? Keep looking at the object. Now pay attention to the eyes, not to the object. Try. Look at the object with the eyes. Now, as you still looking at the object, your attention is no more on the object. Because when you start looking at the object, you see the color, the form, the function, the usage, where you bought from, how useful it is, and all that. So, mind runs there. So, look at the object Don't think about that object. Pay attention to the eyes. Shift. Don't close your eyes. You are trying to consciously shift your attention from the object to the immediate subject called the eyes. From the eyes to the mind, the thought. So, object, then to the eyes. Keep looking at the object, but your mind is not about the object. It's about the eyes, just looking at it. From the eyes, shift the attention to the thought. You naturally will close your eyes. Now, your eyes have seen that object. Therefore, when you close your eyes, the object will come as a form in your mind. This is a technique used in meditation upon any form of God. Look at the form of God for some time, close your eyes, bring the form to your mind. Again look at the form, close your eyes, bring the form. Again look at the form, close your eyes, bring the form. Or chant Om or the name of the Lord loudly, as Bhagwan Ramana Maharishi makes it very clear in Upadesharam. Uchchamastavat uchchamandatah chittajam japa dhyanamuttamam. Uttamastavat, then the singing. Uttamastavat uchcha manda chitta japa dhyanam uttamam. What does that mean? Chanting loudly or singing the glory of the Lord, take the chanting loudly. Then from chanting loudly, chant mildly. Only you can hear. From there, chant only in the mind. From the mind, further go. No chanting at all. Similarly, looking at the object, come to the eyes, close your eyes, bring it to your mind. In the Yasava thought, then recognize it is I, the awareness alone is there, in whose presence this thought is. Shift your attention to that. This is Diyam Praravartya Diyo Antara Atra Samyojanam. Uniting your attention from the buddhi to the one who is the seat of awareness, because of which the buddhi is capable of expressing itself as the life. Na Ishvara Drishti Anya. There is no other way you can have Ishvara Drishti. So Ishvara Drishti is where? In turning the attention of the buddhi to its own source, its own presence. See, when the mind is running continuously, it is like the river moving constantly. When a river is constantly moving, you cannot see the depth or you cannot see the breadth. The movement of the water would not allow you to see the bed. Therefore, you have to seize the movement of the mind. In the case of the river, when the river starts to become a single still presence, slowly moving, you can start seeing the bed. In the same way, reducing the thought so quietly through this turning the attention, there is an ability to see the very seat of awareness. Here again, it is not seeing through your eyes. Huh? With the eyes, you are not able to see, you cannot see it. Natatra chakshuhu gacchati. But then, with the eye of the mind, eye of the intellect, you will be able to see the presence. Pratyak drishtya nivasati sada. By the turning the attention within. Similarly, the sound when you are chanting Om, Om. Listen to the sound. Now pay attention to the ears through which you are listening. Pay attention to the mind which is making the ears capable of listening. Now pay attention to the presence of awareness in you, which is alive, because of which mind is able to listen through the ears. In the beginning stages, you have to assert this presence as I am, I am, I am. It is continuously Hridaya Guhara Madhye Kevalam Brahma Matram Aham Aham Iti Sakshat Atma Rupena Badhi. Constantly it is asserting its presence. I am, I am, I am. Aham, aham, aham. And that aham is not a thought. The aham is a pure awareness. When you try to objectify it, it becomes a thought, even though you cannot objectify it. The attempt to objectify will lead you to no thought, objectless awareness. So the aham is not any form or a shape or a sound or having any particular quality. It is just present. So you are present. You are there to make the mind able to think, through the mind and the ear to listen, and the sound that you yourself is creating. So you create the sound of Om, and you listen to the sound of Om, and the listening is happening through your ears, and the ears are because of the mind's presence, and mind is functioning on the platform of the awareness. So shift your attention slowly to that. As you breathe in slowly, even understand that breathing in is possible in the presence of awareness. As you breathe out slowly, again that is possible in the presence of the same awareness. Neither the awareness breathes in nor breathes out. It is the nostrils breathing in the air in the presence of awareness, breathing out the air in the presence of awareness. As you breathe in, pay attention to its presence. As you breathe out, as even you start interacting with the world, seeing, hearing, tasting, smelling, touching, walking, talking, a part of your mind should abide in that awareness. Assert yourself by saying, I am. I, the awareness, am, in whose presence alone I am able to see, I am able to hear, I am able to taste, I am able to touch, I am able to talk, walk, think. Even the thought, I am quiet, I am peaceful, I am silent, can distract you. Even as the thought arises, I am silent, I am peaceful. Let it go. No thought has reality. Thought is nothing but disturbance in awareness. Yes, a thought arises, it tries to distract you from yourself. It is like a projection on the screen, obstructing and covering a plain screen with colors. A painting is a projection on the canvas. The canvas by itself is no painting. The colors of the paint obscures the plain presence of the canvas. In the same way, pure awareness, which I am, is being obscured by thoughts. It is my choice to shift attention from the thought to the awareness. When you make this choice again and again, you understand the unreal nature of thoughts. In spite of their appearance, you thereafter would not be carried away by the thoughts. And those thoughts which are important for you to pursue, you choose. There is no more choiceless existence. There is choiceful presence. Your thoughts, your actions will have a purpose, a choice made by you. The words that you utter will not come without your permission. The action that you undertake thereafter will be focused, purposeful, useful. Assert yourself as I am. The constant presence, blissful presence, choiceful presence. And no one in this world can take me away from me. No thought of desperation and happiness can ever take me away from who I am. No one can make me unhappy unless I allow them. No one can make me upset and angry. I am peaceful. Assert this again and again until it becomes natural, spontaneous. Take a deep breath. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Guru Pyo Namaha. Anybody has questions? We have some minutes. No mind, no questions. Should always tell, never mind. Never there was any mind. Okay, so in that case, I am thankful to each one of you. Okay, go ahead.
So, the way it was unfolded today also, we are led to the state of not paying attention to thoughts, being a witness, so that we do not give strength to it and do not go with it. And then, in order for that to happen, when we make use of japa, how that transition and then holding on to japa and the form, so that is again like a thought. So I just wanted your insight on meditation and japa. Are they overlap or?
No, japa can lead to dhyanam. As Bhagwan Ramana Maharishi has said, as I pointed out also, from bhajan or singing, better than is loud chanting or repetition of the name of God. Ucha japa, loudly chanting Om, where you can hear very clearly, so that the mind's distractions are removed. Then manda japa, where only you hear while you are chanting. So, like for example, we can say Ucha japa is where manda japa is then chitta japa is when you don't chant vocally in your mind, chant only in the mind. Then attention to be shifted to awareness is the dhyana. So Ucha, Manda, Chitta, Dhyana. That is what is prescribed.
So intellectually we grasp this
Practice
a method, but then what is the कि भगवान करते हैं वैसा होता है टिपिकली रहता है, तो अनुग्रह का रोल इसमें है या
the God's grace is making you capable of, or making you, yes, capable of or able to shift your attention from one to another and coming to a state of stillness within yourself. It definitely needs some amount of Bhagwan's grace. Actually, Bhagwan's grace is always there. We are not available. Right? Sunlight is always there, and if you keep all the doors closed and windows closed, how can you enjoy the sunlight? So you open the windows, doors, or go out. Suddenly you will find the basking, beautiful presence of sun is there. In the same way, only when we come out of our preoccupations of the mind, we start receiving the grace of the Lord, who can take you to Him. Samoham sarvabhuteshu name dveshtosti na priyah. Bhagavan Krishna says, I am same to all, neither I like somebody nor I dislike somebody. But if they stay away from me, then I am not available. Thank you so much for your participating, and I had an opportunity to share my thoughts with you all. Thanks Shri for first contacting me through Pradeep, and both of them pursued with me to be here, and not persuaded, pursued. I always wanted to have the joy of sharing thoughts with all of you, all people. So thank you all. Om Shri Ramana Gurave Ramanaya Namaha. May the grace of Sri Ramana be with all of us.